Woo! And we're live. We be live. Getting ready for some people to come in. It's the live stream of the Nerd Report podcast here. Robert and Julio are off for today. They're doing some stuff. I don't know what they're doing. Caprice is in the house. Hello, Caprice. Do not panic. Robert and Julio will be back. Can you hear me okay? Miss Grayson? Here, listen to me. We're gonna open the mic in a bit. I think we're a little early. I'm not sure. Are we early?
Yeah.
A minute early. I got some cool topics, but sometimes we miss stuff. Open, okay. Let's see what we could do here. What do we got? What we got? What we got? Woo. Show all windows. I don't know what happened here. What is it? So right now you guys are looking at my mug. Hope you like it. It's going to be with you for an hour or more. What is it? All right. You guys hear me okay? Pump up this volume. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Yes, Caprice, I see that. Very cute. Okay, so where we at? Where we at? Can you guys hear me okay? What's up, YouTube? Can you hear me okay? Could you raise the volume? Okay, I'll try.
Okay,
Lisa, you ready? You ready with the volume, Lisa? Where's the volume on this? Here we go. Can you hear me? We're raising the volume. What's up, Robert? Is that better, guys? Mariji Roberts? Am I pronouncing your name right? Much better with the volume. Is it too loud? Because I'm getting some red thumping. Seeing the red here. I don't want to blow out people's ears. It's fine. All right, we're good. We're telling people, hey, what's up, Robert? Everyone saying hi. Marq'E, what's up? Sorry, my reading sucks. I think I got it right. You guys want to see your chat on the page? And here we go. You can see yourselves what you're writing, so please keep it PG because the children are watching and children are listening. There you go. All right, welcome Nerd Report. This is the Nerd Report podcast. My name is Louis Leca. Usually we have different hosts, but they are taking the day off. They're working on some great stuff for you guys, and this is the format for today, guys and gals. I have a few subjects that I picked. Some of them are the most awesome subjects going around the internet, or at least I think so. But I'm sure I missed a few things, so I'm gonna go through each topic. Then I'm gonna look at the chat, see if you guys have any input with it, and then at the end we're gonna just open it up. So if you guys have anything that I missed or whatever, just pull up the topic on the chat, and I'll try to talk about it with you guys, and we'll share it. We'll talk about it. We'll get down to the nitty gritty about what's going on, and because I'm very curious to see your opinions on stuff. I sound like I'm on Dolby Stereo. Is that a good thing? Or is that a bad thing? Good thing or bad thing? Take your vote now. What is it? Google's going crazy. Make sure to like this stream and share it as soon as you can. Make sure to press the like button. We have a few people already on. I would deeply appreciate it. Tomorrow, I may do a surprise stream tomorrow with passes to The Predator. Okay, so Caprice, you know what? Caprice opens it up. She's asking me what I got from the Mayan MC. If you guys follow me on Facebook, you'll know that I covered the Mayan MC press day today. Mayan's MC is the follow-up, or the it's an offshoot of Sons of Anarchy, and I know it has a huge fan base. So today I had the privilege to interview most of the cast and crew from that show, and here's the list, or the pictures of everyone I interviewed. There you go. Main cast right there for your enjoyment. And then we're going to turn around the paper. So basically everyone. And I'm under embargo, so I can't really talk about the show. But I have seen 2 episodes, the pilot and the first episode. I can't say anything. I don't know what I could say. I can't tell you if it was good, bad, sideways, crooked, or what. But I have a smile on my face. I hope that says anything. So we interviewed the cast. It was like the longest interviews I've ever had, because what they did is they gave us everyone you saw on the list, and we had like 10 minutes with everyone. So, I mean, 10 times 15. It's a lot of time, right? So I got to interview everyone, and it went in a flash. Why? Because people were great. The cast is great for this, and there's a lot of chemistry going on with the crew there, and it was a great experience. So they gave us some swag, and I'm going to show it to you right now. It's this right here. This right here, inside the box, there's a book. And I don't have a picture of the book because, as you can see, I did not open this box. Okay? The book is amazing and a half, all right? The artwork is amazing. Here you go. I think I'm going to put this in the background somewhere. But I had the cast, or at least some of the cast, sign it, because I didn't have a pen available until the end. So there you go. Have some of the cast sign it. And my goal is to get the rest of the cast to sign it, or as long as, like, the most. And like I said, this book, this box, I haven't opened it because I'm a bit of a collector, and the cover is so awesome, or the box is so awesome. It's like, I don't want to open it. I mean, I can technically, and just like slit a little bit here and close the tape, but I don't want to do it. But if you do a search, I'm sure someone has the rest of well, this open, so you could check out the box somewhere. But yeah, it's Mayan MC Southern Cali, baby. 9/4 so it has a date of when it opens. The show is going to premiere, and I think the first episode's a little longer. What I learned today that I can tell you is that all the episodes have been shot. I think it's going to revolutionize. This show is going to revolutionize. It has a lot of twists and turns, a lot of great actors, and a lot of cool bikes. There's a $100 gift card inside. Okay, so I'm hearing from the chat, Caprice is claiming there's a $100 gift card inside. Are you sure? Have you seen one of these? Let me know on the chat. Also, any Sons of Anarchy fans, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the Mayan MC? What are you guys looking most forward to with the show? I mean, it looks beautiful. Show's beautiful. Yeah, open it. You're not gonna trick me into opening it. I mean, once you open it, you can't go back to closing it. So I'll just leave it like that. Robert says he can't wait to Mayans. And what sucks, the drawback is that since I've seen 2 episodes, I can't, you know, it opens up on the 4th, But basically what's going to happen, I'm going to have to wait 2 weeks to catch up. Well, I'm already ahead of everyone, so before I see a new episode. Unless the nice people at FX decide to hook us up with some more passes. I mean, some more screenings. Tomorrow is the premiere at the Chinese Theater, in case you guys are wondering. If you want to head over there to the Chinese Theater, I'm not sure. Probably be there at 6. And you'll be good to go with some Mayans MC action. I'm sure the entire cast will be there. All right, guys, so back to the now on to the next subject. Let's see what we got. Let's start off with the or follow up with the box office, this weekend's box office. What did you guys watch? What was hot? Did you guys go to the movies? Who went to the movies this weekend? Did you go? Okay, so number one, we got Crazy Rich Asians takes over the box office again. Now it's totaling at $76 million. The Meg is number 2 with $105 million. The Happy Time Murders is number 3, coming in at 9. Well, it's opening weekend, so it's at $9.5 million. I've been hearing poor reviews on that one. That's a shame, because I was looking forward to that film, but it looks like it was a dud. Mission Impossible with 8 million, more than that actually. Its total is, well, its world total, or its total gross is $193 million. Mission Impossible, I still have to watch that one. Number 5, Mile 22. Number 6, Disney's Christopher Robin. Number 7, Alpha. Am I right? Yeah. Number 8, Black Klansman. Number 9 is Slender Man. And number 10 is AXL, which we had a chance to cover. And, you know, that's not a bad movie. If you guys had a chance to watch that one, AXL. Becky G's in the house. I had a chance to interview her. Very nice lady. And her acting's cool. And the movie's fun. The movie is fun. If you don't want to go to the movies to watch it, go ahead, remember that one and grab the Blu-ray or whatever and rent it. It's definitely worth it. If you like Transformers, you'll like this. It's actually better than the Transformers, in my opinion. But although Transformers, the first one was great, so in my opinion. So there you go, where you know where I'm coming from. But AXL is not a bad film, so you want to check that out. What do you guys go and see this weekend? Let's see what we got. Anyone? Okay, so Robert says he saw the Happy Time Murders and 2001 Space Odyssey IMAX. How were those? IMAX Space Odyssey. Where'd you go? Which IMAX did you go to? And what's up? YouTube says that Slender Man is getting backlash. It's actually getting, I heard the same thing, and the reason it's getting backlash is basically because the film's based on true events. I'm not I don't know much of the details, but from what I understand, someone got murdered, a girl got murdered, and the 2 girls that I think there were 2 other girls or friends or whatever that murdered her, and I'm not sure if I'm 100% right, but they blamed it on a Slender Man that made them do it. So while this movie was being produced, one of the fathers was very upset because they were trying to capitalize off the death. But there you go. So what they did is they edited the film to the point where it's incoherent, or at least I haven't not seen it myself, but so I can't really say firsthand. But that seems to be the, you know, what everyone's talking about, is that the movie's kind of weird because they cut all the parts up, and studio was fearful after they made the film of offending the father. So all right, guys, let's see what we got next here. Okay, so this is official in DC. Alec Baldwin has been hired or cast in the Batman movie. Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix. I believe it's a Joaquin Phoenix one, as Batman's father. Okay, so there we go. Alec Baldwin to play Batman's father in the Joaquin Phoenix Joker film. So there you go. The film is reportedly to have a $55 million budget, which is a good thing because this actually forces the studio to make a compelling story and not rely too much on CG special effects. So we'll see how that goes. Alec Baldwin is now the Joker. So this is set to be released on October the 4th. So I think Warner Bros. is thinking, how would I say, horror. So this is probably gonna be a scary film. I'm very excited for this. Joaquin Phoenix, I think, is the first serious challenge to Heath Ledger's iconic portrayal of the Joker, in my opinion. But who cares what I think? Let me know what you think in the comments below. All right. Don't forget, after this, you could go ahead and throw anything at me, and I'll throw it back at you, and you guys we'll all chat about anything in the world of nerd. See what we got next. Okay, this one coming also from Bloody Disgusting. The Nazi zombies storyline will be concluded in Call of Duty World War II, the DLC pack tomorrow. So there you go. Who's a fan of the Nazi zombies on Call of Duty? This guy right here. Spent countless hours playing, but I like more of the original ones when they first came out, because what's happening as they went forward, they started adding stuff like magic and witches and stuff, and I just like my zombies just straightforward, you know, flesh-eating zombies and stuff like that. Very basic, and I'm into the mass. But tomorrow there's supposed to be an expansion pack. I have no idea what's going to cost, because how much is it going to be? But I'm sure I'm going to get it on PlayStation. Have you guys on the chat ever played zombies? Okay, from what I read real quick, it looks like it's going to be set for the PlayStation 4, and there's no word on Xbox One or PC owners when it will be available there, which kind of sucks for Xbox One owners and PC owners. But I have a PlayStation, so I'm good. But I feel for you if you don't. Are you excited for it? Are you gonna get it? Let us know in the chat. What else do we got here? But yeah, millions of hours of fun with the Nazi zombies on Call of Duty. What do you guys think? What do you guys have? Do you guys game? What is it? What do you game with? Okay, and here's another story that's been breaking all over the internet. Seems like there's a rumor that Oscar Isaac may be one of the people in mind to play Batman. And there's actually artwork, or somebody went ahead and did their fan art showing you how Oscar Isaac would look as the Dark Knight. And just like I suspected, he looks pretty damn awesome. Oscar Isaac from Star Wars. Poe. What do you guys think? I think he has a lot of talent. He's a good actor. Actually, I predicted this on I think I posted it on Facebook. I think Oscar Isaac could make a great Batman, and I think he'd look great as Batman. I think he could cover it. I know people have said he's a little short, but so is Sylvester Stallone. And the last thing you think of is Rambo being short. So it's all about camera angle, ladies and gentlemen. So the way they film it could make Oscar Isaac look 9 feet tall if they wanted to. but he's definitely got that dark look to him, a la Christian Bale. And I'm sorry, to me that's the best Batman is Christian Bale, and that's when the Batman movies were making $1 billion. So I think that's what works. But I like Oscar Isaac, and I think he'd make a great Batman. But what do you guys think? Time and time again, we've complained about who they cast for these films, and it's never been a problem with the cast or who they cast. It's always been a problem with the script. The writing is 90% of it. Brandon Routh was a great. Remember when Brandon Routh was selected to play Superman? How the internet went crazy. Oh my gosh, he's all wrong for the part. He actually was a good Superman. If there was any issues with the film, it was the writing and the pace. Had nothing to do with Brandon Routh. Same thing for Heath Ledger when he was cast as the Joker. The internet went nuts. People went nuts. Wrong choice for the Joker. He knocked it out of the park. Joaquin Phoenix, though, I think people are on board with him from the start. And there you go. What do you guys think? Oscar Isaac. What's up? YouTube says she can't see him. She could see him playing Batman. Same here. Rambo 5. She can't wait. That makes 2 of us. And Creed. All right, Robert, real quick. Not Garcia. Hey, what is Garcia? Robert Garcia. What the hell is he doing here? You're not supposed to be in here. I told everybody you were, you know, doing other stuff. We got Walter in the house also. Our nerdreport.com official DC homie. You can watch him on nerdreport.com. Robert wants to talk a little bit about I guess Robert in the chat wants to talk about Halloween, because he just goes ahead and writes the word Halloween, and that's code word, I guess, for I don't want to type let's talk about Halloween. Just, you know, go ahead and Halloween. That means let's talk about Halloween. And here's what I think about Halloween. I think a new trailer is about to drop anytime, ladies and gentlemen. So the new trailer, look out for it. That's my prediction. I think it's going to be fun. We're almost here. I'm not even sure when it's released. We're in late August. Screenings are supposed to hit. Premiere is supposed to hit. Michael Myers is back. He looks great from what I've seen. So let's see what happens after that. Marq'E says Oscar Isaac is a huge talent. And the Batman brand would be blessed to have him. I 100% agree. Just look at him. He has that dark. He looks like something. Didn't Christian Bale look like he was a scarred individual? Like when he'd be playing Bruce Wayne? Lisa, wasn't he scarred? He looked like a guy who had a past. Who just looked like he has a hurt. And the hurt is what drives him. And I think Oscar Isaac could pull that out pretty dope, personally. So I'm down with him, you know, as the Dark Knight. Robert's speaking on his phone. What's up? YouTube says that the Captain Marvel trailer is said to be released in a couple weeks. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, Walter, we spoke a little bit about Alec Baldwin playing Thomas Wayne, and I personally like the idea. I think that movie is going to be awesome. The Joker movie sounds like I think the key element is that we have Joaquin Phoenix, who's a great actor, and he kind of looks like he could you picture him with the makeup? I can. And I think it's going to be all about script, and I think the film being $55 million budget is going to be a plus, because it's going to force the production studio to write a better script and be more story driven than just like, hey, we have an okay movie, but let's CGI the hell out of this. So I think it gives it an opportunity to be more grounded in reality. So that's gonna be awesome. So yeah, Bale was American Psycho in his past life, of course. That's why he looks scarred, not scared, but scarred. But what do you guys think? Am I drunk? I think it'd be awesome. So there you go. I think we have some other news that I should have been prepped with, but apparently the Disney streaming service has a name. Will you be buying it? Will you be buying the Disney streaming service? I read somewhere that the name was released, but maybe not. New details emerged for the Disney streaming service. So, and it's set to cost less than Netflix, but will it have the variety that Netflix has right off the bat? Because Netflix has Disney product. It has, well, right now it does, but it also has its own content. So is it possible? Will Disney off the bat, like, I mean, right when it starts, is it going to have original content? Well, or is it going to be recycled content, meaning stuff we've seen before? Are you good with that? Apparently, it is going to cost less than Netflix, at least on launch. Yeah, Bob Iger is saying that its pricing is going to be less than the cost of Netflix upon launch. Okay, so we kind of have a name, and I want to ask you guys on the chat what do you think of the name? According to Variety reporting that the name is tentatively, this is for the Disney streaming service, Disney Play. But Variety has actually retracted that info and saying that it was incorrectly cited. So did they accidentally leak the name? What do you guys think? Disney Play? Do you like that name? I like it. So now they have to make a better name than that because everyone's going to be talking about it. Do you like the name Disney Play for the Disney streaming service? And let us know in the chat. Are you guys getting the service? Is it something? So cable is expensive. Do you guys have cable? Let us know. But let's say you want to go ahead and get rid of your cable service. There's like, before you know it, there's going to be so many streaming services, and if they all charge around $10 each, you're going to be paying more than cable. So that's something to think about. Will a third party come in and provide pay as you watch, maybe, where like you just pull the shows from different streaming services, giving you a cheaper amount of money? I mean, amount of fees. Let's see what we got. Are you going to get it? Walter says he's not going to get it. He will not be getting the new Disney streaming service. What's Up YouTube says she'll be getting it for the Marvel movies, but you could also buy the Blu-ray. Like, I have most of the Blu-rays. So you think Disney Play sounds plain, but it's catchy. Disney Play streaming service. How's about Disney money? Okay, Walter's asking a good question. Will the Star Wars series be on the streaming service? And from what I understand, they can't show, at least they cannot show the original trilogy on there because it is sold to another company. I forgot which one. Till 2024. There you go. Walter brings up a good point. Cable cost plus Netflix plus DC Universe, which I know, Walter, you'll be getting DC Universe because that's your jam, man. Plus Disney, too much equals too much money. But Walter, and this question goes for everyone on the chat. If there's one service you could have, which one would it be? Robert says he's holding off for now. It's good for that. When I really like something, I usually buy it. Oh, there's also YouTube Red. So YouTube Red's another $10 a month. So, but as of right now, there's unless we go on it, there's no reason to buy it. Just kidding. But outside of Karate Kid or Cobra Kai, I can't really think of any reason to get YouTube Red. There's also HBO. Now you're talking about HBO streaming. What are you talking about when it comes to HBO? And does anyone know if the YouTube streaming is different than the YouTube? What am I talking about? Oh, that's what I get for searching. Does anyone know if the HBO streaming is different than the HBO cable? Is it different? Or what is it? Is it like a pay-per-view? Let me know on the chat. All right, guys. So among some of the subjects we went through, of course, I had to throw in my Mayans MC experience from today because it was great. And as someone who really did not watch Sons of Anarchy, I would say this show is solid so far. I've seen 2 episodes, so there you go. We also touched upon the box office. So what do you guys plan to watch? Is Crazy Rich Asians going to dominate the box office again this weekend, since there's really nothing coming out to challenge it? We talked about Alec Baldwin playing Batman's father in the Joker film with Joaquin Phoenix. We talked about Oscar Isaac rumors of him playing the Batman, since there's been some trouble with Ben Affleck. Apparently he's had some substance abuse problems and has checked himself into rehab. Or at least that's what I read. And there's also, even before that, there's been some debate whether or not he is into playing the character anymore. But what do you guys think? I kind of like the idea of I think these characters are bigger than the actors that play them. So that's the thing. We talk about Star Trek, for example. Some of the actors can't return, or they don't want to return. But ultimately, I think Star Trek's bigger than the actors. I think Marvel's bigger than the actors. I think DC's bigger than the actors. I mean, it takes a great actor or actress to portray these characters. But these characters have been around for, some of them, almost 100 years. So, and they've been switched around a lot of times. And we've accepted different people playing different characters a lot. I mean, the fans have backlash when there's casting news, but when we've seen the final product, we've been pretty happy. For example, Henry Cavill's a good Superman. Christian Bale was a good Batman. Heath Ledger was a good Joker. Don't even get me started on Gal Gadot. Remember? Everyone didn't like it, was crying about her on the internet, and she was a fantastic Wonder Woman. So ultimately, it's all about the character and the writing. So yeah, Oscar Isaac, my new Batman. I think he could do it. Did anyone hear this story about Joaquin Phoenix being asked about the pressures of playing the Joker, and his response was he couldn't care less, which is a good attitude, because sometimes people get too. I think Joaquin Phoenix has this role. I would be shocked if he fumbles it. All right, back to the chat. What do you guys want to talk about? Let's see. Did you guys grab any Blu-rays this weekend? We have Ash vs. Evil Dead. The 3rd season came out. What else came out? Deadpool. Some other ones. Did you get it? Did you guys get Infinity War? Have you gone through all the extras? Let us know in the chat. Let me see what we got. Okay, so Walter's asking, there's going to be a crossover, as is the tradition with the CW shows. I believe this is for the December crossover, in which Superman's going to be in the house. He's going to come back. So now they're going to actually have a cameo by Lois Lane. And we didn't talk about that here today, Walter, but we'll talk about it now. But the question is, how big is her role going to be? Who's going to play her? And will there be enough screen time? Is it going to make a difference? Is it just going to be a small little cameo? Because we don't know Lois in this world yet. So Lois Lane is going to be having a cameo. So we know she's in that Superman, CW Superman verse. Or the Arrowverse, as they call it. It'll be interesting to check out. Taika Waititi is in talks to direct another Marvel movie. I think people really like the last Thor. So, but is it going to be Thor 4? I'm sure they're not going to switch him, because I think the last Thor was the most successful one. So I doubt they'll switch him. But there's also talks about him doing the next Guardians of the Galaxy, which was delayed. Guardians of the Galaxy has been delayed because of all the drama and stuff. So it's on hold. But what does that mean? Here's a question. So, would anyone want to see a Guardians 3 with Stallone and the other characters? I think they introduced the old Guardians of the Galaxy to the last film. So, and would that work if we just have a one-off until they settle all this? I personally think James Gunn, right now I think it's gonna they're delaying everything. I think they're gonna let the storm calm with the James Gunn situation, and I actually think James Gunn's gonna be asked to come back, but this is something maybe in a year or so. So that's what I think, but I could be wrong. What's up, YouTube? Got Infinity War the day it was released. Good choice. Did you get the 4K? Is there a 4K? Superman is in all 3 shows, meaning, Walter, if I'm not wrong, he's in Arrow, he's going to be in The Flash and Supergirl, right? Oh, so you're thinking Lois Lane may have more. But, okay, so Lois Lane's cameo on the CW shows, Walter is asking, what would be her role? Because if they have a big threat, what could Lois Lane do outside of a cameo? What is going to be her role in the show? Are they going to alternate universe and give her powers? She'll be reporting on the incident, but I feel when I hear Lois Lane, it's going to be more of a, oh look, like a real quick camera, one scene showing Lois and Clark. That's it. I could be wrong. Walter also says that maybe he'll do Guardians 3. I agree. If you're talking about James Gunn, Can we talk about James Bond director quitting? Okay, so What's Up YouTube is referring to, and feel free to join in on the conversation, because basically I don't know everything. I know I look like I know everything, but that's because I have glasses on, and usually people with glasses look real intelligent. It raises your IQ to at least 20 points higher than usual, so that would give me a 35. So there you go. So if you guys want to go ahead and add some info, or talk about some rumors, or maybe I'm off or I'm behind the times, go ahead and put your input. But we're going to talk right now a little bit about James Bond director quitting. Danny Boyle, who directed Trainspotting and 28 Days Later, one of the greatest zombie flicks of all time. Now, here's how I think it went down. I think, from what I heard, there was creative differences between someone and Danny Boyle, but here's where it gets weird. From what I understand, he wrote the script and is directing. So how would that work? Could he disagree with himself? Something was wrong. If that story is correct, then something was wrong between what he was doing and someone who's in charge of the production, someone who's in charge of making the bigger decisions, someone bigger than, could it be the studio didn't like where he was going with it? Danny Boyle is a great director. So Trainspotting 2, I haven't seen it. I heard it's a good one, part 2. So what's going on? What's Up YouTube has added that he refused to kill 007, but I don't think the studio would be opposed to not killing 007, because from what I understand, a lot of studios are opposed to killing their heroes, which is usually the moneymaker. So if you kill James Bond, you have a big problem. So it's kind of rare for heroes to get killed. Drink some water real quick. All right, thank you very much. So there you go. This is actually if I want to look at the brighter side, is Danny Boyle could direct 28 weeks later, which he never talks about. There's always been rumors that he's gonna go back to the 28 days later zombie stuff. So could this be it? Could this be the opening for 28 months later? I hope so. Those zombies were scary as heck. So if you haven't checked out 28 Days, the 28 Weeks was not directed by him, but it has similar style. Check those out. So there you go. Should Christopher Nolan step in? I think Christopher Nolan could step in and do anything, honestly. But I think Nolan will want a completely different reboot. Would he use Daniel Craig? I don't know. He could still, Nolan can do a Daniel Craig one, but I just feel like Nolan will just want to like bring in his own people. But what do you guys think of the chat? Okay, so What's Up YouTube says, referring to Guardians of the Galaxy, Sylvester Stallone should be in it, but should he be the main Guardians? Walter disagrees with me, thinks James Gunn is out for good. Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. Would James Gunn be a good pick for 007 or a DC film? Or should he do some horror? Because he's got some good horror stuff. So, there you go. I know Batista seems to be wanting out of the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, so just follow him on Twitter. Maybe they'll use a script. If they delay it, I think Walter is saying that maybe they'll use his script for Guardians. The delay is kind of telling me that they may not use anything, or maybe they have something behind closed doors where they go, hey, we're going to use you as a director and your script, But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let the waters cool. So when people, one thing we do know about the internet culture is that people forget about everything, like day to day. There's always a big story today and then something else. People have ADD and they're gonna forget what happened. So I think in a year or so, people are gonna get hungrier for Guardians, and people are gonna watch other Marvel films, and they're gonna ask, where are the Guardians of the Galaxy? Because I mean, people love those, and they're gonna be hungry for it, and then they're gonna be like, the James Gunn thing, it wasn't a big deal, or maybe you're right. Maybe they're gonna always be upset, but I think when people forget, I think they're gonna count on that people forget. Walter, she could be investigating Batwoman in Gotham. That's your storyline for Lois. Well, Lois in the crossover, yeah, that's a good one. Lois Lane goes to Gotham to report on the Batwoman, and then that'll be a good one. There's a reason to go to God. I think it's a slippery slope right there, because you need Batwoman to leave Gotham, because in the CW show, because once you have our heroes or our characters go into Gotham, the question is going to be, where the hell is Batman? So the way to avoid that is going to be, in my opinion, is to just say she's coming. She's from Gotham. There's a Batman. We know there's a Bruce Wayne in the Arrowverse, so they don't have. And if they have Lois go to Gotham, they're gonna have to design that city. And Gotham is not a. So what are they gonna do? Are they gonna say Gotham kind of looks like a regular Chicago place, like they did in The Dark Knight, and use practical effects, or are they gonna go all out like they do in the Gotham TV show? So that's gonna take a lot of CG and stuff. I think our heroes are gonna be in trouble at one point, and then Batwoman's gonna come out and just help. I don't know if she's gonna be the main person. I'm not even sure what Batwoman does. I mean, does she have bat power, like Batman powers, or what does she do? Like, is she pretty much like a female Batman, or how is she different? If you guys know, let me know. James Bond 25 will definitely be delayed because there's no director. And Daniel Craig is getting a little older. Esteban, yeah, I'm serious. I am serious, man. Serious about what? About not knowing about Batwoman? I don't know about Batwoman. Not much. I like her, her costume in the comics looks badass. Okay, so Walter's saying that the rumor is that Daniel Craig didn't know about that Daniel Craig did not like where the script was going. Well, yeah, that's probably it. When there's too many, look, that's the thing. Like, sometimes there's too many ideas, there's too many cooks in the kitchen, and I know Daniel Craig is a producer, but I don't know much to have a definite opinion on it. But it seems like if you have a great director like Danny Boyle, who has an Oscar, I believe he has an Oscar for Best Picture for Slumdog Millionaire. I may be wrong. I don't watch the Oscars, sorry. But doesn't it make sense to just let him go? I mean, Daniel Craig, you're an awesome director. I mean, an actor. So just let Danny Boyle do his stuff. We could be. This could just be a rumor though. But yeah, Daniel Craig does have producer credit on that, so he has some say. Another rumor. Okay, Walter says that the CW crossover is going to be a backdoor pilot for the new Batwoman series. That's why you'll probably show Gotham. Batwoman is like Batman, no powers, but kicks butt. And one thing I could tell by the promo pics of that we've seen is that they're going to go with the traditional suit, because I've seen the comic suit and I saw the promo suit, so they're going with that. But the question is, aren't the fans going to be asking where the hell Batman is if you're showing Gotham? Is that going to open an entire new can of worms? Sweet. Thanks for sharing that, Esteban. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Batwoman. I want to say Batgirl all the time. I don't know why. I'm used to saying Batgirl. Okay, Batwoman got a black and red outfit. She's given permission by Batman to wear the suit as long as she does not kill. But what if it's Ben Affleck's Batman? Sweet. One thing I'm very interested in is to see the conversation between Batwoman and Arrow, because basically Arrow is Batman in the CW show. Walter says, I agree. They had the same problem when they did Birds of Prey a few years ago. They were in Gotham, but never showed Batman. They actually did show Batman in the intro monologue, or whatever prologue, or whatever you call it. And I think they even had a Joker cameo once. But here's a story about that show. So it got canceled like right away, because I think the CW panicked because no one watched it. It got canceled after like the first episode or something. So a few weeks or a week after it premiered, a convention, a local LA convention, hired the cast to do autographs, and it was I don't think they showed up because the show was canceled, so they figured no one wanted to see them, and that convention was packed. So the question is, if the CW would have given this thing a little bit of a chance, would people have liked Birds of Prey? They showed Alfred. Batman does have a romance with Commissioner Gordon's female replacement. Esteban, so quick question. Obviously, you know your stuff about the comics and Walter as well, and a few other people in the chat, but so what would be, because there's so many comics have different storylines as far as DC for the same character. So what would be considered the official story arc for characters? Is it, in your opinion, is it the first introduction, or is it the reimaginings? Because I've seen different, stuff being redone all the time. Like, what would be considered the main canon? Okay, so you're saying this is recent and current Batwoman in the comics. Sweet. Let us know. Also, guys, don't forget that even though the broadcast is going to end soon, you can feel free to ask your questions in the comments, and we'll try to come back and answer them and keep the discussion going, so it doesn't end right now or whenever it ends. Okay, so yes, it's recent Batman. No, the shows in the movies for DC go with the new 52s. That's what I've seen. The stories from 2000. Sweet. Early 2000 comic storylines are being rehashed. So, in your opinion, like you, Esteban, what do you like most? In your mind, which one do you keep as the official? The early 2000 comics that are being rehashed, or the Batman, the 60s Batman, 50s Batman, or when that thing was first created, the Detective Comics? What's up, YouTube? Who do we think is the strongest hero in the DC or Marvel? For DC, of course, it has to be Superman. For Marvel, Galactus. We haven't seen Miss Marvel. I don't know much about her, but I'm hearing some crazy things. But I think Galactus, Silver Surfer is supposed to be one of the strongest characters, period. And Galactus created him, so that tells you the power of Galactus. Early 2000 are all over in Marvel. DC is going with the last two reboots. Cool. So in DC, yeah, I think it has to be Superman. But Green Lantern is pretty powerful, and he maintains his powers outside of the Earth's sun. So, and we know Superman, if you take him away from our atmosphere and he's further away from our sun, his powers get a little iffy. Esteban is saying that Miss Marvel is an Avenger, but she was in a coma for years because Rogue absorbed her power. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. So Rogue touched her and took her powers. So I think that's dope. You shared that with us. So I think maybe she's still in a coma, and that's why we never saw her. But I don't think they're going to use Rogue, because the Fox deal won't be done by the time we get her movie, unless they say something like someone absorbed their powers. They don't have to mention Rogue. Walter, what was an accident? Read Dark Knight Metal storyline in DC Comics, and read Dark Knight Metal storylines in DC Comics, and you will see an evil version of Batman with powers from different members of the Justice League. Sweet. Are you guys familiar with the Bizarro version of Batman? Bat-Zarro? That's pretty dope. Okay, so Walter's saying that Rogue accidentally takes her powers. And you think that would be Miss Marvel's origin story. But they cannot use Rogue yet because the deal with Fox is not done. I think it still needs to be approved by Congress. So it would be very... they won't do it. Right now, from what I understand, Disney and Marvel Fox and Marvel are acting as separate entities. Yeah, I don't think she'll be in it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to head out right now because my voice is about to go. This is Nerd Report Podcast. Hopefully our crew will be back in, be back in a couple weeks. I know that they're working on stuff. Robert's working on fixing up his studio. He's going to come back stronger and better than ever. I promise you. Look out for more videos. We have some Predator passes. Does anyone want Predator passes? We have some more films we want to give away. Advanced screening passes throughout the United States. We love to hook up our subscribers. That's what we love to do here, and we love to interact with you. Esteban, you want New York? Do you want New York passes to the Predator? I actually could hook you up with that, man. So Esteban's our first Predator winner. This is what I need from you, okay? I need you to do two things for me right now when we get out. I need you to number one, be a subscriber, man. Please be a subscriber. That goes for everyone. That's how we hook you up. And number two, please send an email at contest@nerdreport.com. contest@nerdreport.com. And number three, leave a comment below so I remember. I'll send you a link where you can claim your passes. Okay, you're a subscriber. We got New York. I'm not sure exactly what part of New York, but we do have advanced screening passes to Predator before it comes out that we're going to be hooking up people with. But please send me an email so I remember, because I got a lot of stuff going on. My brain's going to blow up. I don't want to forget you. I appreciate everyone who was in the chat right now, so I want to hook up everyone that I can. What's up, YouTube? I think you're in Canada. I apologize. We're working feverishly on getting people from Canada. Do me a favor. Could you please send what area in Canada you live in so I could see if I could contact the studio, see if they hook me up. Or you could do the easier thing. You could move to the United States. Well, you can move here to the United States. We'll hook you up all the time. All right, guys. Talk to you guys later till our next video. Oh, and also check out all the other videos we have currently on. We walked through not Midsummer Screen with Scare LA. That's a pretty good video. And so till the next report, nerd out.